SSC chapter number 6, molecular basis of inheritance. In this chapter, in the previous session, we have learned regarding the replication process. Now, today we have to learn regarding the introduction of transcription process. Today we are going to learn in this session regarding the introduction of transcription, and in the next session we will learn the in detail process of a transcription. So let us first start to understand the basic concepts of a transcription. So before I start this transcription, you already know that what is a replication. Replication means synthesis of DNA from DNA itself. Now what is a transcription? What is a transcription? What is the meaning of transcription? The meaning of transcription, that means it is a synthesis of RNA from a DNA. This process is called as transcription process. So what is a transcription? A synthesis of RNA from the DNA. So in the replication process, the DNA is synthesized from DNA, and in the transcription process, the RNA is synthesized from DNA. Okay, so this is a difference between the replication and the transcription. Now what are the other differences that exist in the replication and the transcription process? Here you know that this transcription process also follow the rule of complementarity. Means suppose this is a one sequence of a DNA like A, G, C, T, T, A, G, C. Okay, so the new chain which is going to be synthesized in the RNA, that is a complementary base pairs. Complementary base pairs. Okay, so what are the complementary base pair in the RNA? In A, here it's a RNA, so the complementary base pair is a U. This is the difference. In case of a replication, the complementary base pair of A is T. Remember, in replication, the complementary base pair of A is T. But in transcription, the complementary base pair of A is U. This is the only difference. Okay? In replication, the thymine is present, whereas in transcription, the uracil or the U is present as a complementary base of an adenine or A. The rest all things are same. Like G, the complementary base pair is a C. That is also in case of replication. C, the complementary G. T ની સામે A, T ની સામે again A, A ની સામે U, G ની સામે C, C ની સામે G. So these are the, it follows the rule of complementarity like a DNA, but there is just only one difference. In transcription, the complementary base pair of A is U. Okay, whereas in replication it was T. Okay, so this is a one difference between the replication and the transcription. Second, in the course of a replication, the whole DNA gets replicated or synthesized. Whole DNA, there is exact copy of DNA is going to be produced. But here in the transcription, suppose this is a DNA. So from this whole DNA, only some part, like suppose this much part, assume this much part, whole DNA doesn't get copied, but only a small part of a DNA that is copied in case of transcription. Okay, so this is again second difference. Okay, I am telling you that in replication the whole DNA is copied, but in case of a transcription, that is only some part of a DNA that is going to be copied. In case of a replication, both the chain will be copied. These are the two chains that is going to be copied. But in transcription, only one chain is going to be copied. That is a template chain that is going to be copied. Okay. But why this only chain is going to be copied? Because here the RNA is produced, and in the structure of RNA, there is only a single chain. So there is only a one chain that is going to be copied from the two-stranded or the double-stranded DNA. Okay, so this is a difference between the replication and the transcription. So I just briefly tell you what is the difference between the replication and the transcription. Okay, so you can easily understand. Okay, so here the first difference, in the replication, it is a process of synthesis of DNA from DNA itself. Here, what is synthesized? RNA is going to be produced from the DNA. Okay. In replication, the complementary base pair complementary base of A is T. Whereas here the complementary base of adenine is U. This is the difference. In replication, both chains are copied. Here only a single chain, only a one chain or single chain that is copied. Which chain that is copied, that we will discuss, because it has two chain. From these two chain, which chain will be copied, that we will see in this chapter. Okay? Here the whole DNA gets copied. Whole DNA is copied. Here single chain to khari, but in a single chain, whole single chain is not copied. A part of DNA is copied. So this is the basic difference which exists between the replication and the transcription process. Clear? So these are the basic differences that exist. Okay? Now it is clear to all of you that in case of a transcription process, both the chain never gets copied, only one chain gets copied. Why only one chain gets copied? Okay, so let us see why only one chain that is going to be copied. Why only one chain got copied? So suppose assume that this is a DNA. I am drawing a very simple structure so you can able to understand. A, G, C, T, T, A, G, C, C. It is a DNA. So the complementary T, C, G, A, T, C, G, G. Okay. This is a chain called as 3' to 5' polarity. This is the another chain with a opposite direction, there is a 5' to 3'. Okay. Now we are knowing that in case of a transcription, both chain never gets copied, only one chain gets copied. Okay. Why it is so? So let us assume that, suppose assume that the opposite one, like what you are assuming in the physics and the mathematics, you are doing. Suppose if you want to prove that x is equal to 0 in the mathematics or physics, okay, then what you are assuming? You are assuming x is not equal to 0. And then you are showing that it is not possible. Similarly, I am explaining you, here you already know that only one chain that is going to be copied. But assume, for just of now, just assume that if both chain will be copied in a transcription, then what happens? Okay, and then we will see, is it possible or not possible? So suppose I am just separating both the chain. This is the first chain, okay, and this is the another chain. I am just separating it. Okay, clear? This is the first chain which is running from 3' to 5'. The another chain, I am just separating, it is 5' to 3'. Suppose assume that બે chain copy થાય છે, તો આની copy બનવાની ચાલુ થશે. બરાબર છે? ક્લિયર? copy કરતા પહેલા હું sequences લખી દઉં છું. 3' to 5' માં DNA માં કઈ sequence હતી? I am just copying it. A, G, C, T, T, A, G, C, C. You can take any sequence just for example. Okay? Now 5' to 3' માં કઈ sequence હતી? T, C, G, A, T, C, G, G. Okay, આ sequence છે 5' to 3'. હવે suppose assume કરો કે બે chain copy થાય છે, then what happens? Now, see the complementary base pair which will happen in the RNA. A ની સામે શું આવશે? It's U. It's RNA, so it's a U. Here I have shown this color as an RNA. This orange color as a DNA. So it's a U. C, G, A, U, C, G, G. Okay, suppose આ બી copy થાય છે. Suppose assume that it is going in this direction. Okay, so I'm just writing T ની સામે A, G, C, U, U, A, G, C, C. Okay, now see, this is the RNA that is going to be copied. So suppose assume that if the 3' to 5' chain is copied, then this is the RNA which is going to be produced. Or suppose assume that 5' to 3' is going to be copied, this is the RNA is going to be produced. Now see, are these RNA are same? See, UCG, AGC, no, AAU, UUA, CGC. That means a different RNA are going to be produced. Okay, if one chain is copied, then this RNA is going to be produced. Another chain is copied, then this RNA is going to be produced. That indicates that the RNA they are going to be produced are not same. They are not identical. They are complementary but not identical. So it is not possible. Because if two different RNA are going to be produced, this RNA and this RNA, compare it. If these two different RNA are going to be produced, its meaning are different. They are coding for different proteins and the amino acids, and this is not possible. Like એક જ DNA ના બે અર્થ થાય એ possible નથી. કારણ કે જો બે chain copy થાય, that indicates that one DNA can able to synthesize the two different proteins, and that is not possible. That's why only one chain will be copied. Never two, both the chain never will be copied in case of transcription. Barabar છે? This is the one reason. The second reason why both the chain is not copied. Suppose a chain bani, a chain bani. Okay? You know the structure of RNA. In the structure of RNA there is a single stranded chain. But jo બે chain copy થાય, then what happens? Then it forms a complementary. They are the complementary. A ની સામે U join થઈ શકે, C ની સામે G થઈ શકે. હવે જુઓ, they are complementary. So they can form a bond. G ની સામે C join થઈ શકે, A ની સામે U, A ની સામે U. See, they are the complementary base pair if you check it. And so that's why they form a bond. So instead of single stranded RNA, double stranded RNA થઈ જાય. Okay, it forms a double stranded RNA. And if the double stranded RNA is going to be formed, the translation process and a pachini je process hai, that is a protein synthesis process, does not occur. And then it is a waste of all these resources and the process. So આ પછી process કરવાની કોઈ meaning જ નથી રહેતો. બરાબર છે? So these are the two reasons why the double chain is not going to be copied, because here if both the chain will be copied in the transcription, then it generates a two different RNA. And if the two different RNA means two different proteins are produced, and that is not possible, because the meaning of one DNA chain is the XYZ meaning, then it remains the same. There are no two different meanings of one chain. Suppose assume that if it occurs, then it forms a two complementary RNA which form a bond, and hence a double stranded RNA is going to be produced instead of single stranded RNA. And if double stranded RNA is going to be produced, then the translation process does not occur. Means a protein synthesis process does not occur. Okay? And the whole meaning of this transcription process, they gets a waste. So that's why only a single chain is going to be copied. Okay? And even in a single chain, some part is going to be copied. Okay? Which part that will be copied, that we are discussing. Okay? So this is clear to all of you. In transcription, only one chain is copied. In one chain, only some part is going to be copied, not whole. Here, in transcription, the complementary base pair of A is U. The rest complementary base pair are the same as in the replication. So these are the differences which exist between the transcription and the replication. Now, you know that the whole chain doesn't get copied in a transcription. Only some part gets copied. And the part which is going to be copied, that we are calling it as transcription unit. So let us discuss what is transcription unit. Okay. So what is a transcription unit? Transcription unit, that means the unit that involves in the transcription process. This transcription unit, it consists of three components. The first component of a transcription unit is a promoter, from which the transcription process starts. The second component of a transcription unit is a structural component or structural gene. This is the second component. And the third component of a transcription unit, that means where the process stops, that you can say call it as terminator. So how many components of a transcription unit? Three components of a transcription unit: promoter, structural gene, and the terminator. These are the three units of a transcription unit. From the promoter, the process starts. From the structural gene, which is the actual part which is copied and forms the RNA, and the terminator part from where the process end. This is not the thing in case of replication, because replication માં તો start end કરવાની જરૂરત નથી, because the whole DNA is going to be copied as such. But here in transcription only a small part is going to be copied, like ક્યાંથી start કરવું અને ક્યાં end કરવું, that we have to define. Okay, and that we are calling as promoter and the terminator, and in between promoter and terminator there is a structural gene which is actually forms a RNA. Okay, so these are the three units: promoter, structural genes and the terminator. Now we know that in a replication the enzyme involved is DNA dependent DNA polymerase. Remember, just recall it, DNA dependent DNA polymerase. This is an enzyme which is involved in it, in the replication process. Which process? Replication. But now we are discussing the transcription process. Which process? Transcription process. And it is also a catalytic process, means needs an enzyme. So here which enzyme is involved? Here the enzyme involved is DNA dependent RNA polymerase. Which one? It is DNA dependent RNA polymerase. In replication it is DNA dependent DNA polymerase. In transcription DNA dependent RNA polymerase. This is the enzyme which is involved in the transcription process. That indicates that it is also enzymatic reaction and it requires this enzyme. Now this replication also occurs in 5' to 3' direction. It occurs in which direction? 5' to 3'. Similarly, this transcription also occurs in this direction, 5' to 3'. Okay, it also occurs in this direction, 5' to 3'. How it occurs and what are they? Let's discuss. Okay, so which is or which chain is going to be copied, that we are discussing now. Now I am drawing the structure of DNA. Suppose assume that this is a DNA. A, G, G, C, T, T, A, C, C, G. Okay, this is the sequence one, first chain of a DNA which is running from 3' to 5'. Another is complementary chain which is running 5' to 3'. So what is the complementary sequence in this? It is a DNA, so it's a T, C, C, G, A, T, sorry. T, G, G, C. It is DNA. So this is a sequence. What happens? Suppose assume that this is a DNA. હવે આમાંથી copy કરવાનું છે and to form a RNA. So first of all we have to determine that કે કઈ chain copy થાય. Which chain will be copied? Because in transcription both chains are not copied. Only one chain is going to be copied. But which one? This one or this one? Which chain is copied? So first of all I will give you a name of this chain. The chain which is going in the direction 3' to 5', remember, which is going from 3' to 5', remember you have to read it from left to a right side. As you are writing in your book, you have to read from left to a right side, a chain which is running from 3' to a 5'. This chain is called as a template chain. Which chain is called? It's called as a template chain. And the chain which is running from the polarity 5' to 3', it is called as coding chain. Clear? There are two chains. I am giving its name. There are two. You know that DNA is a double-stranded helical structure. Double-stranded means it consists of two chains. One and second. Both are running anti-parallel. Means one is running from 3' to 5', other is running from 5' to a 3'. From these two chains, the chain which is running from 3' to 5' is called as template chain. And the chain which is running from 5' to 3' is called as a coding chain. Barabar che? Now we have to see that which chain will be copied. So here the template chain will be copied. Remember, kai chain copy થાય છે? Template chain. And here it's a misleading name. Here it's a coding chain. એટલે નામ જોઈને એવું લાગે it possesses the code. But this chain is not copied or this chain is not utilized to form a RNA. Which chain is utilized to form a RNA? Template chain. That is utilized to form a RNA. Okay, that is going to be copied in the formation of a RNA. That you have to remember, because based on this, number of MCQs will be asked in an examination. Okay, so here this chain is going to be copied. Now in which direction it is copied? In which direction it is copied? It is copied in the direction 5' to 3'. You already know that it is copied in the direction of 5' to 3'. So આ direction calculate કરવા માટે you have to take the reference of coding chain. Which chain? Coding chain. તો જુઓ અહીંયા 5' direction અને coding chain ની લેવાની. Direction માટે તમારે coding chain લેવાની અને base pair માટે તમારે template chain લેવાની. So from these two chain, now I am saying that which chain will be copied? You know that this chain is copied. So that is a 3' to 5'. I am writing this chain is going to be copied. So I am writing template chain over here. A, G, G, C, T, T, A, C, C, G. This is the template chain. So this is going to be copied. Now copy thase એટલે કઈ direction માં થશે? So direction you have to take of coding chain. The coding chain ની direction 5' to 3'. So in this direction it will be copied. This is the direction in which it will be copied. So now what are the base pair occurs? So any sum, it's RNA. So what is the base pair? U, C, C, G, A, U, G, G, C. Okay. So this is the RNA which is going to be copied in the direction called as 5' to 3'. Okay. Clear? So this is a thing which is going to be copied. Fine. So this is the direction, template chain and the coding chain. બરાબર છે? Remember the template chain will be copied. Template chain કોને કહેવાય? Those who have polarity 3' to 5'. અને કઈ direction માં read કરવાનું? Left to right. બરાબર છે? Any opposite chain એને શું કહેવાય? Coding chain. Coding chain has a polarity 5' to 3'. Replication ke transcription both occurs in this direction 5' to 3'. Okay, and for deciding the polarity or the direction of copying, you have to take the reference of this coding chain. બરાબર છે? So these are the paths or which chain that is going to be copied. Now તમને એ બી ખબર છે, whole chain never gets copied, only a some part gets copied. So કેટલા parts છે? The transcription unit has 3 parts: promoter, structural genes and the terminator. So સૌથી પહેલો part આવશે, this is first part. We are calling it as promoter. Promoter means it is the place where the transcription starts. બરાબર છે? Clear? Then the second part it comes. Suppose assume that this part. Okay? This is just for your understanding. I'm just showing you just example. Okay? Clear? So this is the second part, what we are calling it as structural gene. જે actually copy થાય. And the last part you can call it as terminator. So અહીંયા process શું થાય? Here the process will end. So સૌથી પહેલા શું હશે? Promoter side, then the structural, then the terminator. Okay? Promoter side is present towards the 5' direction. Remember direction માટે આપણે કોની direction લઈએ છે? Of coding chain. So promoter side કઈ side પર હશે? It is present on the 5'. કારણ કે direction માટે આપણે coding ની લેવાની છે, આ નથી લેવાની. This is a template chain. Template chain ની direction આપણે નથી લેતા. આપણે direction કોની લઈએ છે? It's of coding chain. તો promoter side કઈ બાજુ હશે? 3' side or 5' side? It's present on 5' side. Terminator, this is a terminator. કઈ side પર હશે? That is on 3' side. બરાબર છે? So this promoter that is present first, so we are also calling it as upstream. This is present down, so we are also calling it as terminator that is present on the downstream. And the transcription process that occurs from 5' to a 3'. You have to understand these basics, okay, and they are necessary because always in the board examination and the NEET examination, based on this, MCQs will be asked. You will be given a chain of DNA and you have to predict that which kind of RNA is going to be produced or which sequence of RNA that is going to be produced. So you have to remember that promoter, structural and the terminator, they are the part of transcription unit. Template chain is going to be copied. In which direction it is copied? 5' to 3'. And for direction, you have to take a reference of a coding chain. બરાબર છે? For determining the direction, you have to take a reference of coding chain. Promoter is present at the 5' end, or you can say upstream. Terminator is present at the 3' end, or you can say a downstream. Okay, so this is about a transcription unit and which chain is going to be copied and which part is going to be copied. Okay, so this is a transcription unit. Now we are moving ahead, the transcription unit and the gene. Now all of you know that the gene is, so we will discussing here the topic transcription unit and gene. Now we know the gene. What is a gene? Gene is a functional unit of inheritance. All of you know that the functional unit of inheritance, this is the most important question. Which is the functional unit of inheritance? The functional unit of inheritance is a gene. But when we want to define the gene in the term of DNA sequences or the base sequences present on the DNA, then it becomes a very difficult. So that's why instead of defining the gene, we are using the word, what we call it as cistron. What we are defining? It's a cistron. What is a cistron? Cistron means here it is a segment of DNA for synthesis of or generation of polypeptide. It is a segment of DNA which is required for the synthesis of polypeptide. This is called as a cistron. Okay, so we are not defining in the term of a gene, we are defining in the term of a cistron. Okay, J part actually copy થાય છે, we are calling it as a cistron. Now, in the structure of a DNA, DNA is a very long. So in this, there are different segments of DNA which is copied. So based on that, there are two types of a cistronic. First is called as monocistronic DNA, and the second one is called as polycistronic. The monocistronic DNA, it is present in eukaryotic cell like us. We are the eukaryotic cell or the plant cell, and the polycistronic DNA that is found in prokaryotic cell or bacterial cell. Here first I discussed the polycistronic. Polycistronic means it has many cistron. 1, 2. Within the one DNA, it has many cistron. One part, second part, third part, fourth part. It has many cistron. So it is called as polycistronic DNA and can be found in prokaryotic cell. But here in the monocistronic DNA, it has only one cistron. Mono means a one. Okay, it has only one cistron. Within this one cistron, there are two parts. First is called as exons, and the second one is called as introns. Exon means it has only just a one cistron, but એમાંથી અમુક જ part copy થાય છે or અમુક જ part express થાય છે. The part which is going to be expressed, this is called as exon. So you can say this is expressing sequences. Expressing sequences. And the intron, they are the intervening sequences. વચ્ચે વચ્ચે હોય. બરાબર છે? Intervening કે જે express નથી થતી, or they are not found in the mature RNA. They are called as an intron. So what these introns? The introns are intervening sequences which is not present in mature RNA. It is not present into a mature RNA. So this is called as intron. So how many types of cistron? Two types of a cistron, monocistronic and polycistronic. Monocistronic means it has one cistron found in eukaryotic cell. Polycistronic means it is many cistron found in the prokaryotic cell. What is a cistron? Cistron means a segment of DNA which is required for synthesis of polypeptides. Okay, it is required for the synthesis of polypeptide. Monocistronic DNA, which is found in the eukaryotic cell, has two kind of sequences: exon and the intron. Exon is the expressing sequences, and the intron, it is the intervening sequences. The exons or expressing sequences, they are expressed. Barabar, intron or intervening sequences, they are the intermediate sequences that is never expressed into a mature RNA or the processed RNA. It is very difficult to define the gene in the term of base sequences. So here, instead of gene, we are using the term called as cistron, that is actually going to be copied to form RNA and ultimately a protein. So this is a transcription unit and the gene. Okay, so this is a basic introduction regarding the transcription. This much information is necessary to understand the transcription process, and we will learn this transcription process in the next section. So students, first of all prepare this, and then you watch the next video of a transcription unit, okay, or transcription process. Okay, so today we will learn this. Next session we will learn the transcription process and how many different types of RNA they are going to be produced. Okay, so that we will learn in the next session. Till then students, keep learning, keep watching, like and subscribe this channel. Thank you for watching.